After spending over 5 years immersing in the world of finance, from juggling economics and a math and physics degree to 3 years in the banking sector, I've learned a lot about spending genuine wealth. So ever feel like you're always playing catch up and everyone else seems to have more money than you? Well, in today's video, I'm sharing 5 eye-opening reasons why that might be and how you can turn that feeling to your advantage. Let's dive into it. Number 1, make an upward comparison. Let's dive into something we all do. Comparing ourselves to others who seems to be doing better than us. And you know the feeling, scrolling to your social media and you see your friends or influencers with luxury cars, exotic vacation, and seemingly perfect lives. It's so easy to look at all that and think to yourself, why am I not there yet? But here's the thing, a lot of what we see is just a well-crafted illusion. Social media is like a highlight reel where people showcase only the best moment of their life. They choose what to share and, more importantly, what not to share. And this creates a fake reality that can make us feel like our own life don't measure up. Consider this. In the US, a significant number of people carry credit card debt, with many making only the minimum payment each month. This means they're stuck in a cycle of debt that keeps on rolling over. So that flashy lifestyle they're portraying, it might be entirely financed by debt. So while they look like they're ahead, they might actually be living beyond their means. Instead of making these upward comparisons, let's shift our focus. Look at people who invest in themselves. Those who invest their money on personal growth, education, and skill development. These investments might not be as fancy, but they pay off in the long run by increasing future opportunities and reducing financial stress. Number 2, you don't know what you stand for. Have you ever found yourself constantly comparing your life to others, especially when you're not clear about your own goals and values? It's easy to feel like you're always playing catch up. And this isn't just about money, it touches every part of our lives. Let me share a personal story. When COVID hit, all my applications to Wall Street firm were rejected. Meanwhile, my closest friends were climbing the corporate ladder, getting promotion, and buying their dream homes. They were stepping into new exciting chapters, and there I was making a complete pivot. So I decided to switch gear entirely, to study, learn, and grow in a completely different direction. And part of me was scared out of my mind, but I didn't really feel like I was missing out. I knew that deep down this new path would make me happier. And looking back, I was 100% right. I get to do whatever I want. So had I let comparison consume me and ignore what truly matters to me, I'll be in a completely different and probably less fulfilling place. So when it comes to your finances, knowing what you stand for is unbelievably important. If you're not aligning your spending with what genuinely makes you happy, you'll always feel like you're behind. And maybe you find happiness in getting the latest tech or designer clothes, and that's completely fine. Or maybe like me, you value experiences like going to the movie, investing in learning, or starting a business. Number 3, you're not learning. This one is probably one of my favorite because changing how I compare myself to others has been a total game changer. Instead of letting thought like, why does this person make more money than me get me down, I started asking questions like, how are they doing it? This simple shift turned envy into curiosity and opened the doors to growth. Because we often assume that people who are wealthier or more successful have it all figured out or just got lucky. It's easy to think that they have an advantage. We don't. For the longest time, I was always skeptical about people making money online. I couldn't get my head around the idea that how it was possible to earn a living that way. But everything changed when I started learning from them and actually talking to them. So I found that they weren't just posting content, they were building brand, connecting deeply with their audience, and creating multiple income streams. And they were thinking outside the box in ways I haven't even considered before. By viewing comparison through the lens of learning and growth, you can gain invaluable insight you might have missed otherwise. And the same goes for investing. When I mention getting an 8% return, a lot of people say, how is that possible? No bank is offering an 8% return right now. And they're right, banks aren't. But I'm not talking about a saving account. Take the S&P 500 for example. Over the last 100 years, it has an average annual return of about 10%. So when you take the time to learn how others are achieving their result and understanding the strategies behind their success, your perspective and growth trajectory can change dramatically. Number 4, you're forgetting the trade-off. Have you ever caught yourself admiring someone else's success and thinking to yourself, they got it all figured out? I know I have. It's so easy to see someone thriving and assuming that their life is perfect. But what we often don't see are the personal sacrifice they had to make to get there, or the one they're still making just to keep everything together. Because we don't witness the late night spent working, the family event they had to miss, or the self-doubt they had to overcome. For instance, you might see someone jetting off to an exotic location and wonder, how can they afford all this? And what you might not realize is that they're making sacrifices in other areas. Maybe they live in a modest home, driving older car, or skip on buying luxury items because traveling is what truly brings them happiness. So when you take the time to look at people's life more holistically, you often find that the trade-off they made on the one you choose for yourself. And recognizing this can help you stop comparing your life to theirs, because you understand that everyone's priorities and struggles are different. So instead of feeling like you're falling behind, remember that success often comes with unseen sacrifices, and those might not even align with your values. Number 5, you haven't focused on yourself for a while. When was the last time you did something nice for yourself? Ask yourself if it brings you happiness. It's easy to become so focused on tracking budget and cutting expenses, especially if you've been following my channel and are dedicated to getting your finances together, that you might forget to invest in the things that truly bring you joy. But here's the thing. Part of financial well-being is also about enjoying the fruit of your labor. And when you allow yourself to spend on what genuinely makes you happy, you start to appreciate your financial journey even more. Plus, as you build your confidence in managing your own money and stay focused on your personal goals, you'll find you have less time to compare yourself to others. So this weekend, why not take the moment to treat yourself? Whether it's going out for a delicious meal, going out to the movies, picking up a small treat, or even setting aside time to thoughtfully review your finances. Choose something that enriches your life. By doing so, you'll find more joy in your own journey and less desire to measure yourself against others. So thank you for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who might feel like they're falling behind financially and could use a friendly reminder to focus on what truly matters to them. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys next week.